What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another night here in the Warrior Dome. It's going to be an exciting one. I'm alongside Vivian Brummel, and I'm Jake York, your two hosts for tonight, where the Wheaton Academy Warriors girls basketball team is hosting the Westmont basketball girls team. It's going to be a fun one tonight. I'm really excited. Vivian, how do you feel for your first time on the mic?
I think this is going to be a super fun experience for me. I love watching basketball, and I think it's a really great sport.
It's going to be a great night. The Sentinels come into this one 4-1 tonight, where the Warriors are 5-1 in this game. It's going to be a great one. We got some game changes for you guys tonight if you guys are tuning in. So let's go ahead with the first one. The first one is the Warriors' pace of play. The Warriors are very successful when they turn over the ball on the court. They play with a lot of speed moving up the court. They have a lot of fast players like Lexi Rojek, like Sophia Parisi, who can really move the ball well, pass the ball, get it in the paint, and really put those buckets in the net. So that's the game changer number one, Vivian.
Yeah, I really think that makes a big difference for them because they have some really fast players. Game changer number two is defense, defense, defense. A thing that is really great for the Wheaton Academy Warriors girls basketball team is how they play their defense. They really stick to the defense wins games. They have strong players like Abby Schroeder, Sophie Parisi, Calla Bruss, Lexi Rojek, and they just make a phenomenal difference for the defense for Wheaton Academy. First game on live stream, they really did really good with over 20 steals, and the game against West Chicago, they had a great defensive game for the win against Big West Chicago. What do you think about that?
You know, the Warriors play really good defense. I think that also ties into their pace of play. They know how to read an offense. They really know how to take advantage of another team because they play with a lot of speed. So I think defense is going to be a huge one tonight. It also is going to be interesting to see how Westmont deals with the Warriors defense early on. Our third game changer of the night is the one, the only, eighth wonder of the world, Abby Schroeder, standing tall in the paint for the Warriors tonight. She averages a double-double, also averages a bunch of steals per game, leads the Warriors in points scored. She can rip it from the three-point line, but also knows how to get easy buckets under the net. It's going to be a fun one tonight. I'm excited to be here, Vivian. I know you're excited as well.
Yes, I am.
It's going to be a fun one tonight. Go grab a snack, go grab a drink. We got about 10 minutes and 40 seconds till the national anthem, and then we got game time right after that. So go grab a snack, go grab a drink, and we'll see you guys then.
opportunity to be in this place tonight. We thank you for safe travel for our friends and families as we celebrate the start of the new basketball season. During this season of Thanksgiving, we give you thanks for your son Jesus and the salvation that we have through him because of his sacrifice on the cross. We pray that you will protect these athletes as they play the game of basketball. May their talents, efforts in this competition be glorifying to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, the play of the national anthem. Senior number 3, Eva Papish. Junior number 11, Kate Pickens. Junior number 12, Tasha Sacha. Sophomore number 21, Sadie Scales. And junior number 23, Danielle Hoover. The Sentinels are coached by Thomas White and Jaden White. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Academy winners. Starting at guard number 5, Caitlin Colusa. Senior number 11, Sophia Papish. Senior number 15, Hannah Watson. Junior number 22, Abby Schroeder. And junior number 23, Lexi Rosen. The winners coached by Aaron Pello, Virginia Poe, and Kurt Lally.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone. We're ready for some girls basketball tonight. It's going to be a fun game. Let's look at the starting lineup for the Wheaton Academy Warriors. We got Sophia Parisi at point guard, Lexi Rojic at shooting guard. We got Caitlin Kaluza, Hannah Watson, and Abby Schroeder after that. It's a bit of a new offense from the Warriors from what it was at the start of the season. Hannah Watson wasn't on the starting floor. As throwback to last year, Hannah Watson was one of the best shooters on this team.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool lineup. We've got a mix of like older girls, younger girls, just a definitely strong lineup and a good mix of talents.
You only have 2 seniors on the court for the Warriors, and the Warriors do win the tip-off right off the bat as Caitlin Kaluza will move it up the court to Sophia Parisi. Kaluza will wait, throws it back over to Parisi. Kaluza still going to have to throw it over to the opposite side to Lexi Rojek. She got hot from the three-point line last time we were on the live stream. But that one's turned over, and Ava Papish will pass it up the court to Peyton Pickens. Pickens. She waits on the outside, throws it over to Hoover. Hoover to Savchuk. Back over to Papish now. Papish tries to drive the paint, unable to do so. Good defense there by Sophia Parisi. As Pickens able to grab the ball out of the air and stuffed at the net by Abby Schroeder. Good defense by the Warriors right there.
It's definitely a thing that's very strong for them. Like we mentioned Abby earlier, we definitely see her defense very often during the games.
As Abby Schroeder stuffs her at the line once again, and Lexi Rojek's going to run it up the court for the Warriors. Lexi Rojek will wait and pass it over to Sophia Parisi. They find Lexi Rojek again. Abby Schroeder in the paint for 2, and it's not quite good. And not sure who the foul is on. As there was a foul. I think they got the number wrong, though, if I'm being completely honest. They said it was number 11. And Sophia Parisi for 3 now. It's good! Give me 3, Sophia Parisi. Game time.
She is such a vital player this year. Even if she didn't even get to play on the court last year because of the transfer rule, she is such a strong player and such an addition to this team.
As that's in the corner for 3, and it's good. Ava Papish knots it up at 3. I got the privilege and have the privilege of being friends with Sophia Parisi, and something that we've talked about a lot is her shooting more and having confidence behind her shot. And let me tell you, that was a very confident shot from the corner by Sophia Parisi. Ava Papish on Sophia Parisi. Sophia Parisi playing very good defense, I might say. Pickens passes it over to the corner to Savchuk. Savchuk up top to Scales, who banks in a 3-pointer. Nice shot there by Sadie Scales. Lexi Rojek will sauce it over to Sophia Parisi. Abby Schroeder to Caitlin Kaluza in the corner. Nice move by Caitlin Kaluza. Floater, and it's good. Great shot by Caitlin Kaluza.
That was a very impressive shot by her. She's definitely really good at those shots, as I've seen her take them in recent games, and she really is very consistent with those.
Got to give a shout out to Peyton Pickens. That was an absolute dirty Euro step in the paint right there. Her shot just fell short. Pass off to Hannah Watson, who puts it up for 2, and the Warriors get the lead right back. Ava Papish now. Sophia Parisi is going to be guarding her all night. I don't think Sophia Parisi is going to come off the floor too much for the Warriors in this game.
I think
Pickens to the corner.
A great matchup. They both are very similar and very talented players, so we definitely cool to see them matched up.
Good defense there by Abby Schroeder. Or Lexi Rojek, my apologies, so she was able to block that shot from the corner on Ava Papish. Sophia Parisi, good pass to Abby Schroeder, and great defense by Dasha Savchuk as she just stripped the ball away from Abby Schroeder. Ava Papish spinning off one, tries to throw it up to the net, and it will be the Warriors' ball. You can see the Warriors' defense paying dividends early on as they've, I think, swatted 2 shots out of the air so far and able to steal a couple passes early on in this game. Sophia Parisi back over to Caitlin Kaluza. It's Hannah Watson trying to drive the net. As that one's tipped, and it will be the Warriors' ball. Last time we were on the live stream, Vivian, unfortunately you didn't have the privilege of being on the live stream that night with me, but Lexi Rojek drained 4 3-pointers, and that started in the second quarter, and she was just hot the rest of the night.
That's such an impressive thing. She's been on varsity since freshman year, so you know she has a lot of talent.
Oh, that shot goes just in and out by Sophia Parisi. Good look there. As Dasha Savchuk passes it over to Ava Papish. And Hannah Watson is out of bounds, and it'll be the Sentinels' ball once again. Vivian, we were talking off the mic a minute ago. Sentinel is just such a tough name to say quickly.
I know. I was doing 3-syllable words just for their name. Like, that's such a hard thing to pronounce, especially when you're on a live stream.
Exactly. It's just a tough team. It's such a rare name. The Warriors in football this year. This is one of me and Miss Burick's favorite names. There was a team name this year called the Reapers that we got to play in the playoffs, and I was just saying how much I would love to play for a team called the Reapers. Just sounds super cool. But let's get back to basketball now, as that's going to be a travel on Daniel Hoover. Just one too many steps there, and it'll be the Warriors' ball. Under 4 minutes to play now as Caitlin Kaluza is going to move it right up the court over to Lexi Rojek. Sophia Parisi wide open in the corner, but an eagle-eye pass to Abby Schroeder, and it rolls out of the net. Tough shot there by Abby Schroeder. Somehow just doesn't fall in for them, and it'll be the Sentinels' ball. Mid-range jumper for 2, and that one's not quite good enough. That was a good shot there by Dasha Savchuk. Lexi Rojek with speed up the court now. Finds Caitlin Kaluza up top. She waits as she tries to throw it over to Abby Schroeder, to Lexi Rojek on the outside, and it's just short. As Ava Papish on Sophia Parisi. Sophia Parisi playing very good defense, I might add, once again. As Ava Papish from the corner, her shot's just short, and the Warriors have some steam moving up ahead. Caitlin Kaluza to Lexi Rojek. It's good. Put it on the board. 9-6. The Warriors lead as a timeout is called by the Sentinels.
This is a very fast-paced moving game by both teams. It's not just one. They're both running each other. It's not, no one's outrunning each other. So it's very impressive to see how fast this game is moving.
I got to talk to Miss Carwell before the game. It's something that she said the new game plan for the Warriors tonight is not necessarily anything that they've been doing differently. They just want to make more shots. Last game they had about a 30% shooting accuracy, which isn't terrible, but they know the Warriors are capable of doing better. So a lot of this week's practice was just taking a lot of shots, getting their shots in order, putting smart shots up, not taking any shots that are going to put them in a position to fail, but getting them those shots and taking the quality shots that they need to all game long.
Yeah, that would definitely make sense because they are a strong defensive team, and if they get their offense up too, they could be unstoppable.
So we get ready to go here, under 3 minutes to play now. Once again, if you guys are watching, make sure you drop a comment down below in the chat box what you think of the game so far, who you're rooting for. I got to give a shout out, actually. Coach Carwell, her nephews are tuning into this game, Caleb and Titus. So Caleb and Titus, if you guys are watching this one, give them a shout out. You know, you guys deserve it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love that you guys are able to watch the game and support Coach Carwell's team and also the Wheaton Academy girls basketball team. As that's going to be a jump ball there. As nicely done by Ava Papish. Got to give her some respect. She was able to get her hands in there and wrap up the ball.
Sentinels basketball.
Ava Papish and Lexi Rojek almost picked that one off, but unfortunately played it out of bounds, but still, nevertheless, good defense by the Warriors. Let's talk about Lexi Rojek real quick. She is a junior on this team. We talked about her a minute ago that she's got a good shot from the three-point line, 0 for 1 tonight, but I'm sure she's going to add on to that soon. But yeah, she's just an athletic player. Obviously, you can see the soccer skills on display with how fast she can run. But it's hard to argue that which of the sports is her better one, because she is very good at both. As that's a good shot there by Ava Papish. Lexi Rojek able to pick that one up right on cue. As she's going to run it up the court with some steam. Passed over to Caitlin Kaluza, as they call a travel on Caitlin Kaluza, unfortunately. But yeah, why don't you talk about Lexi Rojek for a few minutes?
I think it's great that we have this many multi-sport athletes on the team. I think every one of the players on the court right now are multi-sport except for Hannah Watson. They all play one or the other, and they all are strong players in their other sports. It's
sure.
Not just one sport or the other. They're all really good in the sports they play.
Well said, as Pickens will take over for the Sentinels, and Abby Schroeder with an Odell Beckham Jr.-like catch. Passes it up to Hannah Watson. Her shot's not quite good enough, as Calabrus, very smart basketball right there. Lexi Rojek passes it over to Caitlin Kaluza. There's no way that's not a foul right there, ladies and gentlemen. Hannah Watson can't quite bury that one, and they finally call a foul. My apologies, and Abby Schroeder will inherit that one, and it'll be the Warriors' ball. I was shocked that Abby Schroeder was not fouled early on in that play, as she was around the free throw line, had two people on her, and it looked like a lot of contact, and still no call made. But, you know, maybe they saw something we didn't.
Yep.
Sophia Parisi finds Hannah Watson. Calabrust on the outside now, over to Lexi Rojek. Watson for three, and it's not quite good enough, as Papish will get the board for the Sentinels. And she's going to play quarterback for Westmont on this play as well. They play it outside to Pickens. Over to Hoover, but that one's picked off by Lexi Rojek. Bit of a missed dribble there. Lexi Rojek full steam ahead, starting to slow up, and good pass by Calabrus for three now. And she doesn't quite put that one in, as Dasha Savchuk able to pick that one up for Westmont. Good defense there by Sophia Parisi once again, and Calabrus able to pick that one off.
Another steal. That's awesome. They're starting to count up just like they usually do.
Calabrus playing great defense as soon as she got into this game. Lexi Rojek for three from the outside. It's good! 12-6, the Warriors lead now. Lexi Rojek makes it rain here in the Warrior Dome.
I think another thing that really helps the Warriors is they're not only fast running, but when they're passing, they're always keeping it moving and always making the defense think.
That was a fantastic layup there by Peyton Pickens. Their shot just couldn't quite fall. Sophia Parisi, she waits, as she's going to take the shot herself, and it just goes in and out. What a move by Sophia Parisi, but the Warriors somehow get the ball back. As Hannah Watson passes it to Abby Schroeder, and her shot's not quite good enough, but she's gonna put it in the basket, getting her own rebound. That's just good work inside the paint. Ava Papish for the Warriors now with 4 seconds to play. They pass it to Papish. Last second layup, and it doesn't quite fall in. And at the end of the first quarter, 14-6 the Warriors lead. Good start for the Warriors, playing good defense, really hitting all the pointers that we talked about before the game. Abby Schroeder's getting points on the board. I think we got to talk about the Warriors shooting, though. Definitely Miss Carwell predicted it right. Warriors just shot really well from the three-point line that quarter. I think that getting those wide open shots, creating space, it doesn't look like they're getting a ton of pressure from the three-point line. It's almost like they're wanting them to shoot that. So if that's Westmont's defense, you might as well play to that.
Yeah, definitely. And if they've been working on it in practice, I don't think Westmont was prepared for them to shoot as much as they are now, but it's definitely coming in the game that they've been working on it.
For sure. And also, we got to talk about the Warriors' defense. Usually they do a pretty good job of reading the opposing team's offense, and that's definitely the case tonight. I think that the Warriors, they're playing spread out, that's for sure. Sophia Parisi and Lexi Rojek are two that stand out to me already. Both of them just really locking the other teams up. Such their point guards, those shooting guards, not giving them a lot of space to generate an offensive scoring chance. And I think those two players are going to be huge for them tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Abby Schroeder starting off with 2 blocking of shots. Like, that's crazy. She came in and just gave it her all right away.
As it will be the Warriors' ball to start the quarter. As Lexi Rojek's pass over to Sophia Parisi, almost picked off there, but Sophia Parisi is able to regain it. Not much doing there for Sophia Parisi. Almost a double dribble there on Calabrus, and it's going to be the Warriors' ball. As that almost tipped out of bounds. As unfortunate at the end of that first quarter, Sadie Scales got hit in the neck, I believe, and definitely dealing with some pain there, so hopefully she's all right. Calabrus on the outside for 3. Her shot's just short, but she's going to try to take it to the net herself, and she does. Nicely done by Calabrus, getting the only trash on the paint there. Nicely done, able to pick up her own rebound. This Peyton Pickens pass is picked off by Abby Schroeder once again, right on cue with the defensive talk during the intermission. Lexi Rojek passes it to Hannah Watson. Nicely done by the Warriors offense. Makes it 18-6. And the Warriors firing on all cylinders now. Peyton Pickens. She waits. Hands it off to Danielle Hoover. As Hannah Watson and Calabrus playing good defense. And that will be a foul against Calabrus. Just got 2 hands on the back of Ava Papish, which is not ideal, but at the same time, wasn't a terrible foul. She's just playing good defense there.
Yeah, she's definitely a valuable player. I think we should talk about her a little bit. The only sophomore on the court right now. She's definitely worked hard to get here.
For sure, you can see she's very, very athletic. I believe she was on the volleyball team this year as well. Has played goalie for soccer. Nicely done by Calabrus, as it's going to be a jump ball right on cue, Cala. But definitely an athlete, you can tell, a competitor, just very fierce on and off the court. Just really finds a way to contribute on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive, and that's just hard to do as a sophomore.
Definitely agree.
Ava Papish will start it back up for the Sentinels. That's a good floating shot, but it just goes over the court as Nana Callahan will get her first touches of the game. As her pass to Hannah Watson, unfortunately picked off there by Dasha Savchuk. Peyton Pickens. She waits to the corner. Nice moves there by Peyton Pickens. Lexi Rojek having to play tough defense there, and they're going to call a foul against Hannah Watson. You could see Hannah Watson not super happy with that call. She didn't think she tripped her. But nevertheless, I think the refs got that one right.
Yeah, definitely. I think Peyton Pickens is definitely stepping it up in this second quarter. You can hear her name a lot more, and she's definitely showing it out this quarter as she realizes the score and she needs to step up.
They need to step up. They need to get back in the game. Just trying to get a couple more points before the half. Try to keep them in this game. Good defense there by Hannah Watson, especially with one of their starters down, Sadie Scales. Hopefully she can get back in the game and is healthy. That three-point shot by Ava Papish is not quite good, as Lexi Rojek will play it up the middle and sauce it over to Nana Callahan. Callahan passes it back to Lexi Rojek. Over to Calabrus. Calabrus trying to find her way in. Lexi Rojek finding the middle now. Over to Calabrus. She's got space in the corner for three, and it's not quite good. But Lexi Rojek gets her own rebound, and it will be the Sentinels' ball. Good try by the Warriors. I just want to see Lexi Rojek take more three-point shots, Vivian. I would love to see that shot from the three-point line, but it doesn't look like Westmont is going to give her that opportunity, at least not for free.
No, I think they can tell her form is just phenomenal. It's pretty to watch her shoot those three-pointers because she's just a really talented player and she knows how to do it and with her form.
Peyton Pickens on the outside over to Ava Papish. As Sophia Parisi's also back in the game for the Warriors now, as Caitlin Kaluza is about to get back on the floor for them as well. Danielle Hoover trying to find the net, and she does. Nice shot there, as that'll get them to 8 points. It's only a 10-point lead now. Sophia Parisi is going to start it up for the Warriors. Good pass to Hannah Watson. Nana Callahan going to take it to the net. Nicely done, and she gets 2 points on the board for the Warriors, and the Warriors are the first to reach 20. Ava Papish. Looks like she's playing quarterback for this Sentinels team all game long. As Hoover passes it to the middle. As Pickens on the outside for three. Her shot's just a little far. And it will be the Warriors' ball. Nicely done by Nana Callahan. And she fought over that one with Ava Papish, but it will be the Warriors' ball.
Now that Caitlin's in with Sophia Parisi, let's talk about the transfer rule. She was also a transfer, and she also was here last year, but she could not play varsity as a sophomore.
Yeah, she's definitely a phenomenal athlete, definitely a key piece of the volleyball team as well. That's good buckets there by Hannah Watson. But really just a good athlete, always plays cool, calm, and collected. Caitlin Kaluza. But yeah, a lot of transfers in the last couple of years for this Wheaton Academy school, to be honest. Got a lot for football, had a couple for baseball, a couple here on the basketball team as well, a couple on the boys basketball team as well. But yeah, for girls basketball team, Caitlin Kaluza, she's a big one, as she's a big starter for this girls basketball team. And then Sophia Parisi, definitely a huge addition with the Warriors' main point guard, Jillian Paulson, graduating last year. Everybody was wondering who's going to be able to fill those shoes, and I'd say Sophia Parisi has stepped up to that role.
I think she definitely has. She's a phenomenal player, and she definitely proved her spot this year, not only in practice, but also in all the games where she is showing her talents and what she can do.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal athlete, really leads the team well, positive energy on and off the court. Fun to talk to about the game of basketball. Very humble about her talents, which is definitely something that you want out of one of your star players, that humility and ability to lead the team in a humble way, which is great. And
yeah.
I think she's a huge piece of this team, but we're going to get ready to go. If you're the Sentinels and you have a little bit of time to talk about how you're going to defend this Warriors offense, I think, me personally, I think they just need to spread out, but the Warriors are leaking in on the corners down by the baseline for sure.
Yeah, definitely, and I think they just need to keep playing up to speed because as they get tired, the Warriors, you can see, are not really getting tired. They keep moving their players, switching them out, and still staying talented, why the Westmont Sentinels just need to keep up with that.
I agree. Well said. Peyton Pickens will play it out to the outside to Ava Papish. As Papish trying to drive the net, floating shot, and that one's good, and they will finally get double digits on the board tonight. So it's 22-10. The Warriors lead. Sophia Parisi's going to try to take it to the net herself. Oh my goodness, good speed there by Sophia Parisi.
She's definitely a great example of the speed we were talking about on this team. Just like her, there's many players like her, but that shot was definitely proof of what we were talking about.
As Peyton Pickens tries to pass it to Number 12, Dasha Savchuk, as that's a foul called against Sophia Parisi. That's a tough call. You could see Sophia Parisi a little bit shocked herself. It looked like Sophia Parisi had one hand in front of her, so it would have been a one-hand push that the ref called there. I can't exactly see it all the way from up here in the booth, but didn't look like too much contact, and a nice job done there by Sophia Parisi. That is nicely done there by Danielle Hoover. Really smart offense. Sophia Parisi, she's going to use her speed to her advantage and puts on the brakes. As Calabrust trying to drive the corner. Her layup, and one! Nicely done by Calabrust. As the Warriors are up 26-12, and Calabrust will go to the line, as that's her 4th point in this game.
Such an impressive shot by Calabrust. She used her aggressiveness to get this shot up and get the N1.
Tough shot, especially taking a foul on that one, as her free throw's not quite good enough, but Abby Schroeder able to get that rebound. Calabrust trying to drive the net and do it one more time, and Abby Schroeder just can't get that. It looked like there was a magnet on the outside of the rim. The Warriors just couldn't quite find the net there. Ava Papish, she had space, almost decided to take that one herself, but decided not to. Peyton Pickens will pick it up for Westmont, as she's going to drive the paint. Good pass to the outside, mid-range jumper is not quite good enough, and it will be the Sentinels' ball. So we got under 3 minutes to play now here in the first half. As Ava Papish trying to find it once again, but Caitlin Kaluza is able to get it for the Warriors. She makes a move. Oh my goodness, that was a tough layup by Caitlin Kaluza. Oh my. That was absolutely disgusting.
Such an impressive move.
As that one's passed to the corner to Danielle Hoover. Good 3-point shot there. And slowly but surely the Sentinels are getting back in this game. Sophia Parisi on the outside over to Caitlin Kaluza. To Abby Schroeder. Abby Schroeder under the net, able to put it up for 2 points, and the Warriors are the first to 30 now.
She definitely uses her size as a center should. She gets down there, she uses her side to move them and get her way to the shot.
Ava Papish will start it back over, pass it over to Danielle Hoover. As Peyton Pickens, tough layup, it's not quite good enough, and Calabrust will restart it for the Warriors. She's trying to drive the paint as she stops, and it will be the Warriors' ball. Nicely done by Calabrust. Someone's got to go on the other side of the court and take that net down, so the Sentinels have a fair shot at the basket. The net's caught up right now, so someone's going to have to jump up and knock that down. Where is the boys' fan section when you need them? Caitlin Kaluza passes it to Abby Schroeder. Back to Caitlin Kaluza for 3 on the outside. Her shot's not quite good enough, but Abby Schroeder will be able to get the rebound, and no foul against Sophia Parisi. I am shocked once again. Sophia Parisi took an elbow to the neck there.
That definitely looked like a foul to me. She was kind of reaching over her too. It was kind of double.
Almost like she used both of her hands to try to push off of Sophia Parisi to get that one, but somehow did not. As Abby Schroeder will pick that one up for the Warriors once again. As I will say, that was a very good screen laid there by the Sentinels. Lexi Rojek on the outside. Over to Caitlin Kaluza, to Calabrust, to Abby Schroeder, to Lexi Rojek. Sophia Parisi will wait. To Abby Schroeder. Lexi Rojek with space for 3. It's good! 33-15. The moneymaker on the outside, Lexi Rojek left open. Peyton Pickens, she'll wait. 45 seconds on the clock now here in the first half. Danielle Hoover's layup not quite good enough. That shot will go in and out. And Sentinels having a tough time putting it in the basket. That shot from the outside is not quite good enough, and the Warriors have 20, just under 30 seconds. Good sportsmanship there by Sophia Parisi. Got to give credit where credit's due. Warriors are going to put points on the board, but one of the Sentinels players was tripped up at the middle of the court, and Sophia Parisi just helped them up mid-play. That takes some unbelievable sportsmanship. I've got to shout that out. I don't think I would have done that mid-game, to be honest. Sophia Parisi with 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. She gets the shot off and it's good. Nice shot there by Sophia Parisi. Makes it 37-15. What an end to the first half.
It's an awesome way to show her talent and what she can do. Just shows more and more of what kind of player she is.
That was a spectacular first half of basketball. Warriors lead 37-15. If you're just joining us, I apologize on your behalf because you missed a great first half of basketball. But I'm just going to go grab a snack and grab a drink because me and my partner are going to take a break for the half before we get ready for some second half basketball. It should be a good time.
Yep, definitely.
Academics at Wheaton Academy is student-centered. Our faculty and staff look to get your students hands-on, engaging with problems and ideas as they take ownership for their learning.
The Wheaton Academy classroom is defined by leadership from the living curriculum teacher. Our students are under the guidance of teachers who care deeply about their discipline, who care deeply about students, and most importantly, love Jesus Christ.
I've loved all my classes. I've loved how the teachers are so into teaching and just excited to teach me.
You know, I've stayed at Wheaton Academy because I feel a sense of calling to be here. I feel a sense of ministry.
I want to make sure that they know who they are in Christ and the gifts that God has given them.
Before Wheaton Academy, I had gone to public school my entire life, and I had transferred to Wheaton Academy junior year. And so far, it's been a lot different. I feel like it's impacted me a lot. I'm a lot more motivated here because it seems like the teachers and the people, they're way more excited to help you. And it seems like everybody actually cares about you here.
From the classroom to the stage to the playing field, we want a student's spiritual experience to be one that nurtures them towards spiritual maturity, that centers their lives around the gospel of Jesus Christ and moves them into a deeper relationship with Him.
Students have the opportunity both in the classroom and outside of it to learn the techniques needed to explore their passions.
The primary purpose of our coaches at Wheaton Academy is to teach our students what it means to glorify God through athletics.
Definitely as a person and an athlete, I've grown exponentially. I used to be really shy, not outgoing, but the school has really brought out that wanting to be with people and wanting to grow in my faith, especially here because I get to share that with other people.
I was kind of scared coming here first because I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the sports coaches. I didn't know any of the teachers. But within the first 2 days of school, I had a bunch of friends. I knew people in every class I went to. The teachers knew my names. People I didn't know would come up to me in the hallway and say hi to me. It'll just feel like home.
One of the terms you'll hear a lot at Wheaton Academy is the term kingdom community. And it is the concept of really pressing into what Jesus meant when He said, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done." We want the truth of heaven to be true of us here in the way we treat one another, in the way that we talk to one another, when we see each other with dignity, as everyone being created in the image of God.
One of the first things I noticed was the community here, and that really stunned me. The teachers and the students, everyone was so welcoming and inviting, and that was really different from what I was used to.
My first impression of Wheaton Academy was just how God-focused it was. I just felt so ready to learn more about God and grow in my faith.
All our activities here are designed to let our students know who they are in Christ. And I'm so excited to be a part of this mission.
Through classes, relationships with teachers, and an opportunity to perform and use their gifts, we hope that students will be able to become more of who they are, that they'll be able to discover exactly who God has made them to be, and to be able to go on from Wheaton Academy and change the world by using their gifts.
We are so thankful that you have decided to explore Wheaton Academy, and we look forward to a partnership with you for your son or daughter's education in the year ahead.
Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. We got some basketball to play. As you know, I'm glad it wasn't on camera, Vivian, but I had maybe my most embarrassing sports moment of all time. Brody Shimaleski, don't ask me how to spell his last name, he's our trainer here at WAC, challenged me to make a half-court shot. And not only did I miss, but I shot the basketball over the backboard completely and almost hit a fan. So those of you at home, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't shoot. But, you know, it's just an unfortunate moment for me, for sure. But we're getting ready for some girls basketball who actually know how to make the shots when they take them. Vivian, who are you looking forward to step up from the Warriors, put a couple extra points on the board this half?
I know I didn't mention her name a lot, but Sophia Parisi is just so impressive to watch, and I'm really hoping they let Lexi Rojek shoot a couple more threes because I love watching that. It's just an awesome, and it gets everybody hyped because you know how good she is at the three-point line.
I totally agree with that. I was very impressed with Sophia Parisi using her speed at the end of the first half. She had back-to-back layups, did a very nice job. She's got 7 points in this game. Just short of the lead on the court as number 23, Lexi Rojek, has the lead on the court. So the two players you shouted out have the two most points on the court, Vivian. So yeah, nicely done. Don't know if you did your research, but nicely done. Caitlin Kaluza will start out for the Warriors. Sophia Parisi now. Good pass to Hannah Watson. Oh, my goodness. Fantastic eagle-eye pass by Sophia Parisi.
Speed of their passing is definitely showing, like I was mentioning before.
Peyton Pickens over to Ava Papish. She's trying to find a way to the basket. That's a fantastic and tough shot by Ava Papish.
I think this is going to be a fun quarter to watch. They're both stepping up and getting super competitive as the game comes to an end.
A refreshed team, or Westmont team, I should say, with full energy. It should be fun to watch.
Yeah. Since they're 4-1, we're 5-1. I think this is going to be an especially good game. A lot of people are expecting it to be close.
As Caitlin Kaluza will go to the line, almost an and one situation there. But good passing on the outside for the Warriors, just finding one moment to reach in and take a shot. But she will be shooting two.
Caitlin finds the way when she drives to, if she doesn't make the shot, she'll get the foul, and she knows how to set herself up for that.
You said it perfectly. She makes her first free throw, and the Warriors got 40 points in this one already. It's going to be a high-scoring game for them. They're starting to pull away and make this Westmont comeback seem improbable. As good rebound there by Abby Schroeder, and she can't quite put it up as Hannah Watson somehow not fouled on that one, but Lexi Rojek will recover for the Warriors. Caitlin Kaluza sends it back out to Lexi Rojek. Rojek to Watson. Back to Caitlin Kaluza on the outside. Rojek's pass knocked away by Danielle Hoover. As Sophia Parisi able to pick that one up, and a good pass over to Lexi Rojek. Nice defense there by Sophia Parisi.
Both teams showing great defense in these last two plays, just sniping the ball.
As Abby Schroeder gets her own rebound, and then Hannah Watson gets a rebound. As Hannah Watson will be shooting two from the free throw line. Warriors just having a tough time putting the ball in the net inside the paint right now, as it seems like every one of their shots goes around the rim and then somehow doesn't fall. That is how the game of basketball goes, though, as you know the game very well. It's just sometimes the ball just doesn't find its way into the net.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to guess. You never know until the shot leaves your hand.
I have so much respect for basketball players. I've never played a game of organized basketball in my life. Can only dribble with my right hand. I can't dribble with my left hand, and making a three-point shot is very difficult. I played baseball, but I think taking a contested three-point shot might be one of the hardest things to do in sports. It's just such a unique talent.
Yeah, definitely.
Peyton Pickens will pass it over to the outside, and then it's wheeled out to Ava Papish on the outside for three. Her shot just a bit far, as Caitlin Kaluza will restart it up for the Warriors. She's just going to take the basket all herself. Nicely done by Caitlin Kaluza. She gets her 7th point of the game as well. Very even score sheet for the Warriors. All players on the court right now for the Warriors have 7 points, 7 points, 9 points, 6 points, and 8 points. As a foul called on Lexi Rojek. As that's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's a reach.
I think all the players getting good shots up and equal scoring is just what Carl wanted. She wanted all their players to be able to shoot, and that was definitely what they're showing.
Peyton Pickens on the outside wheels it over to Danielle Hoover. Nice move by Danielle Hoover as she will get her own rebound and put it in the basket. Lexi Rojek will start it back up for the Warriors over to Caitlin Kaluza. Abby Schroeder. Good pass to Hannah Watson. That one's almost swatted away. Mid-range jumper just a little bit too far. And one for Abby Schroeder. And it's 45-19. Warriors slowly but surely closing the door on this Westmont team.
Yeah, that's the second and one this quarter. That's really impressive and doesn't happen often.
As Lexi Rojek's going to go off the court for the Warriors along with Hannah Watson. Brielle Zyman's going to get in the game, and Calabrus will get back in the game. Trying to get the Warriors players some extra minutes, especially with the lead being what it is. As Caitlin Kaluza not able to pick that one up for the Warriors, and Danielle Hoover will move it up the court for the Sentinels. She's trying to wheel the net. Her shot is stuffed by Caitlin Kaluza. Nicely done. But a bit of a miscommunication between the Warriors, and it will be the Sentinels' ball.
Last touch by the Warriors, it's Sentinels basketball.
And pass over to Peyton Pickens is good. Nicely done by Ava Papish. And good screen by the Sentinels. Calabrust playing good defense there. That one's tipped. Danielle Hoover on the outside now. She doesn't have a lane or anybody to pass to. Peyton Pickens, she'll take the three-point shot. Good step-back shot there. She's not able to quite find the net.
We can also see that Brielle Zeman has come in the game, number 12, for the first time of this game.
As Caitlin Kaluza's pass is stuffed, and then a foul called against Caitlin Kaluza. As Ava Papish able to draw another foul for the Sentinels. As there is under 5 minutes to play now here in the third quarter. That was to Danielle Hoover on the outside for three. It's no good. But Sadie Scales, who is back in the game, was able to get that rebound and nicely done. Peyton Pickens. As Abby Schroeder was almost able to pick that one off, but a foul called against Abby Schroeder. That's a tough call. That is a tough call once again. They call another reach against the Warriors. Seems like there are a lot more fouls here early on in the second half than there was in the first half. Could have to do with fatigue from both teams, but.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a running game.
As Peyton Pickens, nice lay there. As the Sentinels will get to 21 points now, as it's 45-21, they trail. Calabrust pass to Abby Schroeder was a very, very well thought out pass. Just couldn't quite find her under the net. There's that replay of Peyton Pickens. Fantastic layup, nicely done. As Sentinels trail by 24, they need to put points on the board as quickly as possible, even with there being such time on the clock.
I think it's also impressive that basketball is not only just a talent sport, but there's also a lot of thought and stuff that goes into it. You have to know where your players are and how you do.
Well said, Calabrust, as that one's picked off by the Sentinels. They're going to move it right back up the court, as that's a foul on Calabrust. Just a tough play there. Excuse me, I just smacked my mic. I probably blasted everybody's eardrums. My bad. As I was saying, Peyton Pickens will go to the line. Just a tough play by Calabrust. Got the ball picked off. She's trying to get the ball back from the Warriors, but in that situation, you just got to know to give her the basket if it's going to cause another foul. The Warriors are already at 4 fouls for the quarter, so not how you want to start off the second half, but the Warriors do have a significant lead, which is gonna be good for them. We got to give a shout out. That was the backboard cam. That's probably my favorite shot in the house. It's just a fantastic angle. Fun to see, especially from a high school basketball game.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a cool camera to have here.
Sophia Parisi going to try to take it herself, somehow not fouled, as Brielle Zyman wheels it out to the outside.
I love the confidence you can see in the Warriors, too, when they play. They know they're good, and they know they can do this.
As Caleb Russ will pass it over to Brielle Zyman. Her pass to Abby Schroeder not quite good enough. Sophia Parisi will swing it over to Caitlin Kaluza. Caitlin Kaluza will wait. Passes it over to Sophia Parisi, as that's a foul on Ava Papish. As the ref had some words for a couple of fans in the stands. But it was a foul against Ava Papish. Interesting situation. Abby Schroeder shot to the net just a little bit short there. Ava Papish will start it back up for Westmont. But Caitlin Kaluza strips it away, but then her pass is just on the outside. Scrappy basketball here for the last 15 seconds. Ava Papish, and her shot is denied in the paint by Abby Schroeder.
It's her third block of the game.
Danielle Hoover. As a foul on Hannah Watson. I think the ref got the number wrong there. I don't know how that possibly could have been a foul on Hannah Watson. She wasn't really near anybody. I think he meant to call a foul on Caitlin Kaluza and just gave it to Hannah Watson instead. Nevertheless, Danielle Hoover makes the first free throw. And her second free throw, not quite good enough, and Abby Schroeder will get the board. And the Warriors will start it back up again. Sophia Parisi waits. Sophia Parisi trying to find the net, over to Caitlin Kaluza. Back out to Calabrus. Calabrus waits. Over to Hannah Watson in the corner. Caitlin Kaluza on the outside, over to Abby Schroeder. And a foul called against Danielle Hoover.
Sophia Paskevitz, she's the second. Her first personal, team 5. Schroeder at the free throw line.
First free throw by Abby Schroeder, not able to make that one. And Abby Schroeder's second free throw doesn't fall either. And that was a bit of friendly fire right there from the Sentinels. Errant pass, but they're able to pick it right back up. And Sophia Daskalov, nice play there over to Caitlin, or my apologies, Peyton Pickens, but the Warriors were able to regain it. Hannah Watson using her speed to move up the court. She will settle it down, and the Warriors will reset. Nicely done there by Hannah Watson.
I think both teams have an equal amount of size and strength. You see Danielle Hoover's pretty tall, not as tall as Abby Schroeder, but they definitely have some good size comparison, both teams.
Good layup there by Abby Schroeder, as Calabrust was fouled there on that one. Nicely done by the Warriors, or my apologies, it was Caitlin Kaluza. I thought it was Caitlin Kaluza originally. But yeah, definitely, I would say like physically both teams are pretty evenly matched. I just think the Warriors game is a little bit crisper. Definitely had some better passing, better communication on the offensive side of the ball, utilizing their height to their advantage maybe a little more, and then utilizing their shots a little more. They just buried more shots tonight. And I think that's all it's come down to, is the Sentinels just haven't buried as many shots as the Warriors so far in this game. Not to say that they can't in the future, as Caitlin Kaluza is able to bury that one, but I just say that the Warriors have just had a better shot percentage in this game.
Yeah, I think they've used their open shots and just took them, and it really worked out for them.
Good pick there by Hannah Watson. Might as well call that one an interception as Caitlin Kaluza will lay that one in the net, make it 49-24 with under a minute to play here in the third quarter.
Caitlin is so impressive with her speed. She doesn't only have her speed, but she has the talent to drive into the court.
Abby Schroeder able to get the board there, and under 40 seconds to play now. The Warriors gonna set it up here. Calabrust will wait. Over to Sophia Parisi now. Under 25 seconds to play now, as it's a juggling act between the two teams. Calabrust able to pick it off with 17 seconds left to play. She'll pass it over to Hannah Watson, mid-range jumper. Her shot's not quite good enough, and there will be 10 seconds left here in the third quarter.
It'll be interesting to see what the Warriors do because it's on their side, so see if they get the shot up.
As Nana Callahan's back in the game. As that pass goes to Abby Schroeder, she'll pass it to Caitlin Kaluza, who lays it in the net. Nicely done by the Warriors. As there's 3 seconds on the clock, 2 seconds, half-court shot almost goes in. Good shot there by Peyton Pickens. Good attempt, but the Warriors pull away in the third quarter, 51-24 the lead. Nicely done. We got to give a shout out to our crew tonight. Just a fantastic crew. Got to give a shout out to Anna, Sophia, and then Anna Sophia, not to be confused with the two others. Yeah, that is one name, ladies and gentlemen. And then Michael's up top on graphics, along with technical director Eli, and also got to give a shout out to Tatiana on camera 4, which is the courtside camera. That's a tough job to do, but also Vivian, thanks for being on the mic. First time, you're doing a great job, and definitely a fun game to be a part of. Let's talk about the next broadcast real quick. That is December 7th. That is next Thursday. A day before my sister's birthday, fun fact, but also going to be a little girls basketball back here in the Warrior Dome against Timothy Christian, and a bit of a sad one because that's our last broadcast of the semester, Vivian.
I know, that's really sad. It's a good game to end on. Timothy's such a competitive school for us. It's definitely a rival in every sport we play.
For sure, and it'll be a fun game, definitely a fun one to look back on, as the number of broadcasts left this year are numbered, but definitely a tough one to a fun one, and it's going to be a tough game for the Warriors against Timothy Christian. Should be a fun one. It'll be a good time and the last one of the semester, so definitely a good one to end on, hopefully. And hopefully we can get, I believe Anna Sophia might hop on mic with me for that game for her first appearance as well. So I love having new partners up here in the booth. We had Phoebe DiLoretto last time, you up here this time, Peter Handy a couple times before that, then hopefully Anna Sophia this next upcoming broadcast, but we will see. As Nana Callahan will move it up the court. She passes it over to Noelle Niekamp, and she is fouled. And it will be the Warriors' ball under the net. 51-24 Warriors lead. The comeback seems improbable at this point. So looking back on the first 3 quarters of play from the Warriors, what's something that surprised you about their game tonight? Maybe not something you expected out of them.
I thought this would be a lot closer of a game, but the Warriors really stepped up, gave it their all throughout the game. They never got tired, and they really showed their shots and what Coach Carwell wanted them to do.
For sure, I totally agree with that. And they were also just very crisp with their passing. Definitely something I could tell that they needed to work on in games prior. So that's a good patience there by Noelle Niekamp. Great pass by Sophia Parisi to Calabrust under the net. And she somehow gets her own rebound. We'll pass it over to Nana Callahan. Nicely done by Nana Callahan, and just doesn't get the basket for credit, but Abby Schroeder does. But yeah, definitely just really crisp on their passing tonight. Nicely done by the Warriors. Just generating offensive chances all night long, as that's a foul against Calabrust, as it looked like she got, I believe that was Ava Papish on the side of the cheek. Just a good defensive play, but unfortunately inheriting a foul on that one. But yeah, I think the Warriors just played an overall solid game. Definitely a fun game to watch. looking to pull away with a 3-0 week for them, which is big. Only one loss this season. Obviously, that was a tough loss, as I believe that was against East Moline, which if you are wondering where in the world is Moline, that is on the border of Illinois and Iowa. So quite a far away school, but for sure a talented basketball program. And one, Nana Callahan. And that will get the energy right back up. As Nana Callahan will go to the line for the Warriors. Shooting one for the and-one situation. Brielle Zyman back in the game now for the Warriors. I'd love to see the Warriors get 15 more points in this quarter, which seems like a tall order.
Westmont has substitution number 21, Sadie Scale.
As that free throw attempt was just a little short there, but the Warriors will go back to defense now. As Danielle Hoover will start it back up for the Sentinels. Her pass to the outside goes over to Jasleen Mendoza, but her shot's just a little bit short, as Nana Callahan will move it up the court.
You can see Nana's definitely stepping up in this quarter.
Good pass over to Brielle Zyman to Sophia Parisi. She waits, thought about taking the three-point shot, and decides to wait. And Nana Callahan drives the net. Still there with space. Over to Calabrus. Calabrus will move to the outside. Nice good screen there by Noel. Sophia Parisi will wait. She has space if she wants to take the shot. As 30-second timeout will be called by Coach Carwell, trying to get the Warriors to just take a breath, as there is 5 minutes left in this game now. Make sure if you guys are watching this live stream to follow us on Instagram at @TheRealWaTV for more live stream updates and news, and really for updates all around campus, as we post pretty much everything on there. But yeah, definitely some fun things going on around campus, Vivian, as we have the Christmas Coffee House tomorrow night. We have the worship night. A couple nights after that, we have the Winter Gala a week from today. That seems unbelievable. That's a week from today, but that is what's going on. But yeah, definitely some fun things going on campus.
I know the semester has gone by super fast. It's awesome how many things there are to do on campus, even as the semester comes to close. It really shows the community at this school.
You think it's going by really fast for you. Wait till you have to do some college applications. Deadlines due. We got to get ready for housing as a senior, but enjoy your time as a sophomore. And but yeah, definitely a lot going on around campus for Wheaton Academy. Really excited about some of the events coming up, as that's a great pass by Sadie Scales there over to Kotrina Venegas. As Venegas will go to the floor. Her first free throw just a bit short, as Mia Filippo is in the game for Nana Callahan. Mia Filippo, another multi-sport athlete here on the Warriors basketball team, as there's that backboard camera. Can't get enough of it. Just a spectacular angle. As it was a free throw line violation there, and it will be the Warriors' ball. As that one swatted out of the air by Danielle Hoover. As that shot by Ava Papish is good. Nicely done. Noelle Niekamp stuffed by Danielle Hoover once again, over to Ava Papish, and it will be the Warriors' ball. Good full court press there by the Sentinels, really taking advantage of the Warriors' offense.
Yeah, 4 minutes left, a 29-point lead by the Warriors. It's really impressive.
As Calabrus will be able to take that one. No foul called. No foul called again as she tried to wheel to the net to Lydia Daniels, who puts it in the basket.
That was a great assist by Cala.
Great assist by Cala, and that's a foul called on Mia Filippo. But Lydia Daniels puts 2 points in, and the Warriors bench erupts. And it's 57-26. As it is a running clock now, as Peyton Pickens, as the ref started to call a foul and then decided to wave off his own call. Can't say I've seen that one before. Nevertheless, we will continue. Calla Brustwaite, she's able to spin off a couple and take it to the net. She will take a foul. As that's her 4th foul of the game.
She's definitely an aggressive player, but there's more good than bad, I'd say, in her aggressiveness, the way she plays.
For sure. Danielle Hoover will pass it over to Ava Papish. As that pass not quite good enough, and another foul called against Calla Brust, and as that will be her 5th foul of the game, and she will foul out, and Lexi Rojek will go back in the game for the Warriors. And the Sentinels will go to the line here, as that is Danielle Hoover. As her first free throw is up and out. Not quite good enough there. The Warriors are going to try to put 3 more points on the board before their clock winds down so they can get to 60 points in this game. That's a pretty big time score, if I do say so. As Lexi Rojek back in the game, she's got fresh legs. She's going to use that speed to her advantage. Nicely done there. As Peyton Pickens going to have to guard her all game long. Mia Filippo's pass not quite good enough, and they call a travel against her. Tough call, but I believe the ref got that one right. Just Mia Filippo, one too many steps on that one.
We really haven't seen Danielle Hoover out of the game yet. I bet she could be exhausted. She's been in the whole time, and she's been really a consistent player.
Yeah, the Sentinels team, we got to give a shout out to Ava Papish. She's played a fantastic game. She's going to take a 3-point shot right there, as it's not quite good enough. As Noelle Niekamp really has no room to work with. But Lexi Roderick's going to try to restart it for the Warriors. As they got 2 players on her there. They pass it up to Brielle Zyman. Nobody in front of Brielle, and her layup, my apologies, not quite good enough. But yeah, the Sentinels team has definitely played a fantastic game. As Mia Filippo's able to save that one before it goes out of bounds. As it's a 3-on-1 Sentinels offense as they pass it back out to Peyton Pickens on the outside. Ava Papish trying to wheel to the net, and a foul called there. Has only 10 seconds on the clock, as it's still a running clock. As these will be the last shots of the game. As he makes the first one. As 57-27, the Warriors lead now. And, or my apologies, 57-29. As that's going to be game, as I've never seen a ref just call the game like that before. But nevertheless, the Warriors are going to walk away with a win on this one. Nicely done by the Warriors. They win 57-29. Fantastic game by the Warriors. Just played very good offense all game long.
Yeah, they are 6-1 now. That's definitely a very impressive score as they keep going. So we'll definitely keep track for the rest of their season.
For sure, they're 3-0 on the week now. Nicely done by this girls basketball team. Shout out Westmont Sentinels. They played a fantastic game. They've got a good roster as well. There's a reason that they have a winning record as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Vivian, thanks for being up here with me on the mic. Definitely a fun game to be a part of. And as we always say up here in the booth, Warriors country, let's ride.